Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, man, today is a beautiful, 72 degrees here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Um, October 17th, 2022, Monday. Man, it's so beautiful out here in Shreveport. This is the only time it gets beautiful in Shreveport between the last part of September and the first part of January. This is beautiful down here. Y'all might want to come back and move to the south to Shreveport because we got beautiful weather this time of year. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I know a lot of the people that's on this channel right now are at work or whatever. Well, my ass should be, nigga. Like Smokey said, my ass should be at work, but right now I'm just trying to draw up a couple of jobs over the next 2-3 weeks that'll help pay these bills. But anyway, let's get right down to it. Oh yeah. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last few weeks, you have heard about Kanye West and his comments. Again, a lot of y'all like to say Kanye West is crazy, but you don't get to be the richest black man in American history by being crazy. Guess what? As long as Kanye was saying nigga, nobody called him crazy, did they? But soon as Kanye said the J word, like a lot of y'all be telling me not to say nigga. Guess what? YouTube will let this video here go as long as I say nigga. But I'm like y'all say the N word. I don't have to say the J word because if I say Jew, I'm going to get blocked or whatever. And I'm not being hostile to the Jews at all. But we do have to ask some questions. The main question I want to ask is, have y'all heard what Donald Trump said over the weekend about the Jewish people? We're seeing Kanye West not only get deplatformed on Twitter and other social media platforms, but we're seeing Kanye West getting his bank accounts in some, I'm not going to say frozen. We don't know if Chase Bank then froze his bank accounts. But Kanye West has experienced a lot of retaliation for his comments about Jewish people. Donald Trump just came out over the weekend and talked about Jewish people almost in the same manner, but from a white person's point of view. What's going to happen to Donald Trump? Is Chase Manhattan, a JP Morgan Chase or Chase Manhattan, because they are really the same, are they going to suspend Donald Trump's bank accounts? As you look at it, Kanye has really lost his sponsorship or his partnership with Adidas, and all his corporate sponsors are about to drop him simply because he said what he said about Jewish people. Now, keep in mind, let me give y'all a disclaimer. Here at the Real News Behind the News, we do not do no racial or, and then, wait a minute, what's the difference between racism and anti-Semitism, whatever that is, being anti-Semitic? Wait a minute. So I can talk about white boys, I can talk about Chinese midgets, I can talk about motherfucking Hindu prostitutes, I can talk about every race on the planet, but as soon as I say something about Jewish people, I get deplatformed. Why is that? Yeah, I remember the video last week that I did when I told you that you might have 200,000 media outlets from CNN. They got about 12, MSNBC, Fox, all these folks got all these thousands of outlets. You looking at Direct TV or whatever, and you see all these channels, but do y'all realize they owned by 6 people and 5 of them are probably Jewish people? Most of your basketball teams in the NBA, most of your football teams in the NFL are owned by Jewish people. This is why when LeBron James simply posted a rally saying, I'm getting this Jewish money, 2 days later he was on TV talking about, I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say nothing about them Jews. I know what it is, boss. I've been hanging around niggas too much. And I got to stop hanging around niggas because niggas got me talking about the Jews. Notice he can say nigga Kanye can say nigga. All your rappers, which is gonna lead up to what we talking about with Charleston White eventually in a second. But everybody can say nigga 17 times before breakfast, and nothing happens. We can call our black women. I mean, y'all, I don't really want to say it, but matter of fact, I ain't gonna even try to get this video here monetized. I just need you all to share it. But a black man can get up here and say nigger bitch, nigger wench, nigger heifer, and nothing will happen to him. But just say something about a Jewish guy, a Jewish woman, and you're going to get your platform defunded. Probably taken out, because y'all see what they did to Kanye. They took Kanye West off all his social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, whatever he had. They're actually going after him financially now because they're trying to suspend his bank accounts. But Donald Trump, the great white hope, Donald Trump spoke a lot about Jews over the weekend. And so far, we're not hearing that much of feedback about the Jews. Matter of fact, Donald Trump said them Jews need to start paying attention to me more. In all his arrogance, Donald Trump said, these Jews need to start paying attention to me. These Jews, basically what Donald Trump said, these Jews need to get their ass in the car and roll with me because my evangelical Christian friends are rolling with me. We're going to see if they're going to defund Donald Trump's bank accounts like they're trying to do with Kanye West. Donald Trump, I got to get to him, he ain't said nigga publicly lately or yet. But if he say, hey, I don't care nothing, if I get in president, I'm going to give all the niggas money. Because y'all got to admit, though, when Donald Trump was in there, black folk got more money from any president, Donald Trump from any president than we have. All the rest of them combined. There were black businessmen before Trump even got president that went to Donald Trump and said, I need help getting a loan. And Donald Trump said, okay, well, how much you need? He gave it to them. And when they made the money back, they tried to come pay him back. He took the money, handed it right back to him, and said, now go ahead and keep your business rolling. Now, I'm not here to support Donald Trump, but I am here to ask the question, are they going to do Donald Trump like they did Kanye? Kanye right now can't even, he might have $3,200 million in Chase Bank. He can't even go to Chase Bank right now and get his money out because Chase Bank has suspended all his bank accounts from all his business dealings. First of all, let me say this. Kanye is not crazy. Man, you'll see that piece of, oh, that's some of them peanuts, them pecans, I believe. Think about this. Move, boy. Kanye West cannot be as crazy as we would like to portray him. How many crazy Negroes? Now, we know a lot of crazy Negroes that's at the store right now. What in your neighborhood, no matter what neighborhood you look at, we know some crazy Negroes that sitting up there 8 hours a day asking every person that comes to that store for a quarter. We know some crazy people. And when I say crazy, I don't want to stigmatize people because a lot of times they deal with mental illness. And I'm going to be doing a show on mental illness because mental illness is a big problem in the black community. Whereas when we know somebody is mentally ill in the black community, we say, man, that nigga crazy. White folks say we need to get some help for Charlie. But nigga gonna say, black folk gonna say, that nigga crazy. Charlie crazy. And Charlie deal with his mental illnesses with marijuana and alcohol. Whereas in most cases, white folks who deal with mental illness, they got insurance. They can go get Xanax, Prozac, Zoloft. So there's a lot of things that if you all just recently subscribing to the channel, go back and look at some of my previous videos. You're going to see what I'm saying is nothing new. I've been saying this. As long as these rappers are able to say nigga 12 times before breakfast, they're able to get tens of millions of dollars a year. But let Kanye West or one of them rappers that you follow or one of the entertainers, sports athletes, politicians that's black, say anything about a Jewish person, they're going to get not only deplatformed, but now they're going after your money. This is a dangerous precedent, what we're seeing with Kanye West, and he's not the first and only one. But for us black people, I can use Kanye West to tell you all that the woke culture, the woke and cancel culture are literally going after your bank accounts, going after your jobs. Do y'all realize there's a woman in Virginia who just got here to America within the last 10, 15 years? I forget her name, but she's telling you now she's a representative in the state of Virginia. I don't know if she's in Congress or their Senate, but she's saying right now that they're going to change the laws dealing with child abuse in Virginia to even include if your little 4-year-old boy say, "Daddy, I'm a girl, I want some titties." If you say, "No, you are a boy, you have a penis," you will go to jail. This is how crazy this shit is getting, y'all, in the world. This is why you got the real news behind the news, to bring y'all the real truth as to what's going on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to stop when I stop this video. I'm gonna come back and do the video about the new child support laws child welfare laws going on up there in Virginia, where they're saying that if they have to, they're going to use the child protection services, who we know have taken a lot of black children from black women and given them to LGBT members of the LGBT community to adopt. They're taking your children, giving them to this other community, and they're telling you, white, black, and everybody else who believe in the original family structure, that if you deny your child the right to say that, "Daddy, I know I got a penis, but I believe I should have had a vagina," and you say, "Boy, you don't get your ass out of here with that bullshit." If you say that to your child, you are going to jail if they pass that law in Virginia. Y'all better pay attention. Let me show you something how easy it is. Y'all don't really pay attention to y'all might not have paid attention. Let me show you how easy it is for them to legalize pedophilia. Because you got LGBTQ, and then it's another one, but they're trying to initiate pedophilia into it, which means LGBTQP, whatever it is. It's so many goddamn alphabets, it's crazy. They took up damn near 1/4 of the alphabets with all this nonsense. But guess what happens now with this LGBTQ thing? With pedophilia, it's as simple as lowering the age of consent for your children to be molested by grown-ups. Notice what I said. In order for them to pass laws to benefit pedophilias, all they got to do is simply say that it's okay now. We're going to lower the age of consent to 14 for a 14-year-old boy to give his consent to have relations with a 45-year-old man. Or it's cool for a 13-year-old girl, as long as she gives her consent, to have relations with a 65-year-old pervert, pedophile. But guess what? That 14-year-old boy, that 13-year-old girl can't even sign up for the military. They can't even go and buy a pack of cigarettes. They can't even go and buy a beer. But if they just say it's acceptable now in this state to lower, we're going to lower the age of consent for consensual relationships, meaning it's consensual to fuck somebody up, to have sex with somebody. We're going to lower the age to 14. So it's consensual for you to lower the age to have sex with a grown-up to 14, but those same people can't even possess a pack of cigarettes without violating the law. They cannot even sign up for the military in most states unless you're 17. You're considered as adult at 17, but even that don't allow you to buy cigarettes. You got to be 21. So y'all got to look at what's going on and how it affects you in your day-to-day life. When I talk about stuff that goes on nationally and internationally, I talk about it for a reason. Because overseas, in some countries in Europe, the age of consent for a man to have sex with a 42-year-old man to lay down with a 12-year-old boy, but the 13-year-old boy is 13. All they got to do is simply lower the age of consent. And if you find out that a 57-year-old man has been molesting your 13-year-old boy, you cannot do nothing about it, because the 13-year-old boy, who cannot vote in none of these elections or to help pass none of these laws, he cannot join the military without your consent. He cannot buy alcohol or nothing. But at 13, he can say, yeah, I like Mr. Jesse that stay up the street. He can say, I like Mr. Jesse. Mr. Jesse, my boyfriend. And there's nothing you can do about it if we allow this to go on. Now, also, again, going back to that, then I'm going to talk about Charleston White. Now, if y'all look at a few of my videos that I did earlier on, I had a problem with, and I still have somewhat of a problem with the way Charleston White is going about doing what he's doing. But at the same time, you got to admit, that old ass Negro got these rappers scared. Look at how T.I., when he talk about Charleston White, he don't come with all that old tough ass gangster shit. All that music that he put out talking about killing niggas, shooting each other, us shooting each other, us having sex with 12 different black women at a time, treating them like basic run-of-the-mill prostitutes. T.I., when he talked to Charleston White, when he gave Charleston White, you'll notice he got a different tone. Lil Boosie was so shell-shocked by what Charleston White put on his ass that Lil Boosie not only bit his tongue, but Lil Boosie actually took his son to visit the prison after Charleston White told him that your boy going to prison. So I have to reevaluate my stance on Charleston White and say I'd rather roll with this cat and be a part of what he got going on, even though I'm not going to be stupid enough to start no beef with these rappers. That's the only thing I got against Charleston White, is you cannot throw rocks and hide your hand, my brother. You cannot talk all this gangster shit about these rappers, start a beef with them, and then call the police on them. But what you're doing, I understand. And in a sense, I have to stand with him, because guess what? Until these rappers change these lyrics, nothing in your neighborhood is going to change. When you look at these rappers from Chicago and all these other places, these niggas are quick to show guns, quick to talk about dealing with somebody. But how many rappers nowadays talk about doing community outreach projects? Just like, you know, one reason why I'm kind of feeling sympathetic toward Charleston White, I myself am a community activist here in Shreveport. My activism may not be seen on television or whatever, because I get out here in the streets every day and talk to these youngsters with no cameras on me. I'm not doing what I do with cameras on me. That's the only reason why I haven't been successful as a Charleston White. But evidently Charleston White is doing something that somebody that he's been called to do on a bigger level or a bigger plane. But I will say I got to roll with him, because the brother's telling a lot of truth. Notice, when that boy started talking shit to T.I. about T.I.'s son and Lil Boosie went and took his son to jail with him to do a little, I guess you could say, a little community activist thing in jail. And T.I., all that gangster shit he talk in his music, when he talking to Charleston White, all he said, man, don't be talking about my kid, man. Man, it's bad down bad. You putting kids in it. Now, guess what? Your kids all on social media talking about he'll shoot a nigga, he'll do all this. So when that old ass nigga Charleston White call your son out, you can't get mad, because he getting more discipline over your son than you are, T.I. Really, he is. When it come down to it. Because now your son about me. And you like, well, what old man? Charleston White. You be like, oh, shit. Because you know what comes along with Charleston White. If you fuck with him, you going to jail. It is what it is. I ain't. Come here, boy. Yeah, take him in the house, man. Man. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. If everything go right, man. If everything go right, I'm gonna be trying to do a little video, more in-depth video about. Matter of fact, I am gonna do a more in-depth video. I got a feeling everything gonna go right. I'm speaking positivity into the universe. But if you all can help it go right, first and foremost, let's see what you all. If anybody commented on here, what's up, Jackson Bar? Slow motion, man. This punk ass. Oh, y'all gotta forgive me, man. I'm gonna have to end this. Get this Wi-Fi situation settled. And if y'all can just bear with me, we're gonna get it taken care of. But most importantly, I need you all to hit the like button for this video. Hit the share button. Also, make sure you if you're subscribed to this channel, and if you want to subscribe to this channel, most importantly, make sure you hit that little bell, because that bell helps take the algorithm all the way up to another level. Whereas this channel can be seen by more and more people. And then I ain't got to ask the 2,000 people that's on here, hey, man, out of 2,000 y'all, can 10 of y'all send $10? Can 100 of y'all send $1 to help us get this Wi-Fi? That's the reason why we've been doing this shit outside, and the Wi-Fi just like it did and went in and out. We need you all support, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to talk about Charleston White a little bit more in detail, and I'm going to explain to you all a little bit later on. Well, if we get this Wi-Fi shit together, I'm going to explain to y'all really what's going on and the dangers of what they're doing to Kanye West and how it can relate to you. Because all your boss at your job got to do is look at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, and see something you said that he think maybe anti-Semitic, maybe anti-white, maybe just flat out racist. They can fire you, and then they can file charges. Because like right now, I'm gonna have to do another video on this. The feds are right now watching Facebook, and if you say anything on Facebook that seems anti-government or hostile to the government, they're reporting your pages to the FBI. Yeah, that's true. That's what's going on. So y'all give me a moment, man. Join me. What is 3:48? We're gonna try to get this shit taken care of by 7, and by 7 o'clock, even if I have to do it out here and do it on somebody else's Wi-Fi, or if I have enough donations, or if somebody come through and help me out with this Wi-Fi, we're gonna make it happen, because y'all need the real news behind these lies of the fake news. Y'all be blessed.